Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm Dan, and we're going to be playing some Factorio tonight. Awesome. All right. Where did we leave off? Last. Oh yeah, we made the green science packs. Those are going. Did we? Oh, we did make lights. Let's make some more lights. If I can remember the controls. Everything's really quiet. Let me turn some things up here. That's not working. Hang on a second. Let's see here. Where's our mixer at? Okay, that's... Hang on. Let's see here. Let's switch to that a second. Options, graphics, full screen. Bring this over here. Let's turn that up. Okay. There we go. All right, let's bring it back to Factorio. Awesome. There we go. Okay, so lights. We wanted lights. Awesome. Let's put down some lights over this way so we can see what we're doing. I believe we're working towards lasers. So we can have some proper defenses. That'll do for the moment. Excellent. All right. What do we need? Walls. We're coming along on the walls. We need lasers. How do we get to the lasers? Let's see here. Lasers are here, or at least the first stage. We have optics already. We need advanced electronics. I think we're doing advanced electronics right now. And then we're going to need laser turrets. And laser turrets need batteries. Batteries need sulfur, and sulfur needs oil processing. Oh man, we need a lot of stuff yet before we can do that. Oh, well, there's that done. So we need oil processing next, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Oil processing. Okay, so we've got reds and greens going. We've got plenty of electricity over there. So what is next in the world of things that we're going to need after reds and greens? Let's take a look at our inventory here. We've got belts. Are they set up on this system, or are they just set up? Okay, so the belts are just set up into a chest. So we should set these belts up. Well, no, they're fine on a chest because we can use that to upgrade. So we should actually add in probably... What do we need? Looks like we need iron. Maybe we should set up some better iron, because that's not like... I mean, these are all working, I guess. Why don't we set this up like the whole way down, even if we're not going to use it? So we're going to need some resources. do that. Let's grab some stone. We're going to need some copper, I think. Oh, actually, we don't need copper. We need iron, which is actually going to be a little bit harder. We picked up a whole bunch of, like, gear wheels. Whoops. Okay, so, oh, we got some red science packs there we don't really want either. Let's go shove these in one of these labs. Put the green ones in this one too. Okay, let's see here. I don't actually know how many more of these we need. So it's 2 and a 1 gap. This light is going to be in the way. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then 1, it looks like. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. There, there, and there. Okay, we've got plenty of these, so we can just come down here and do this. Like so. We can rotate and do the same thing here. Okay, and then here. And here. Okay, and then we will need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 long-handed inserters. That should do it. While we're waiting on that, we can probably just put down these power lines. Which should go here. Actually, here, here, and then here, and then here, here, and here. Okay. Long-handed inserters are going to go like here. Okay. Ooh, that's not the right button. Rotate. Here and here. Okay, and then this is like super overkill probably. To there. But at least this should be able to handle some more throughput, which we're hopefully going to add next. It'll also let us gauge a little bit better how much of these we're using and how much more we need to add. Okay, so where is another spot of iron? That's not much right there. We've got that huge spot of coal. I don't really know. There's a little bit out this way. Not a lot. I mean, this is still a lot of iron. It's just not enough. And how we're, like, inserting it here probably isn't actually really helping the situation at all, honestly. I feel like this whole mess is slowing everything down. We can probably fix that Maybe. Okay, oil processing is done. We want to do sulfur next. Okay, well, there's no real good spot of iron right there. There's a lot of iron over here. I'll wait for it to be day out, I guess. We may want to look into starting to pump some oil. I think there's some oil spots up here. I can't see, like, anything with it being so dark out. Alright, let's make some ammo since we're out. Yeah, we've got, like, loads of copper right here. Way more copper than we actually need at the moment. Looks like it's going day. Hang on a second. Ugh. I had to fix my chair. Okay. Let's see. Let's zoom out. Where do we have iron at? Okay, so we've got lots of iron down there. We don't really want to use that because it's going to be a pain to get back over here. So let's look to the right and see what we have in iron. Now man, there's tons of copper. There's a pretty big patch of iron right there. Man, that's a ridiculous amount of copper. All of this water is really, like, killing my killing my plans here. I guess we're gonna have to mine this iron. Oh man, there's loads of iron down this way too. All of this forest is garbage. So I'm going to do a little bit of exploring because I think we're probably, instead of going down like I was originally planning, I think we might have to go further this way because it looks like, yeah, there's a ton of open space out this way. Oh, and there are aliens. Okay, so there are aliens. Okay, so I am going to mine this iron. We will just continue our automation setups on the other side of this water once we run out of room there. We'll have to kind of work around the iron. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to make a bunch of electric drills down here and see how efficiently we can ship this stuff back. Although we are actually catching up, our iron has actually started backing up, which is odd. Why is our research actually going? Our research is going. I don't know why our... I don't know, that's weird. Okay, right, so let's see here. It's probably not enough drills, honestly. What are we short on? Iron, of course. Why would we be short on anything but iron? Alright, so let's do this. Hopefully the aliens don't attack. I mean, we don't really have ammo in most of our guns. Because I really don't want to set up all the infrastructure to set up the ammo just to tear it down for lasers. Alright, you can never have too many drills. Alright, so we want to get like a ton of these guys on this setup here. Yeah, that'll do it. We'll mine this one first. Maybe we'll mine them both, honestly. I don't really see much of a reason not to. Although we are now waiting on resources. So I'm thinking we mine both of these. We ship the materials down this way, combine them, and then work our way back around and over to here. We may have to like rework this whole... I think we're probably going to have to rework this whole output system and change that around so it's a little bit more efficient. The stuff might have to travel a little bit further, but... Okay, that's that one. Let's put a belt down the middle and then run some power over here so we can see what we're doing. We're gonna need some electric poles. Here, here, and then here, here, and there. Of course, that's not in range. And then there. Excellent. So let's put down a light or many. Okay, so there's that one. We need more, and we're out of iron again. Let's go get some more iron. Okay. There we go. I don't know how many we're going to need on this one. Hopefully not many. Okay, we got this. Alright, so what's the best way to lay out this one? I'm thinking this one we will not... we'll go maybe here, here, and here, and then here, here, and here. That's... Oh, I messed that up, didn't I? Alright, so... No, that's the wrong button. Here. Here. Okay, belts. We need belts. So we've got two options. We can just, oh, actually, I think we're just going to combine them here. I don't know if this is the most efficient way to do this or not. And I ran out of belts. Of course I ran out of belts. Let's go back here and get some more belts. Let's just grab all the belts. There we go. Awesome. Many, many belts. Why is that still open? Okay, there we go. Belts, belts, belts. Oh, what? What? No, there we go. There. Okay. What do we need? We need electricity. There. Can we get... No, we can't get them all. Of course we can't get them all. There. And we're out of electric poles. Wood, huh? There's a tree. Not much of a tree. I've just been shooting trees, not actually harvesting them. Okay, electric poles. There we go. Let's just make all of those. Okay, now we need like one there, and then we can probably link it up like that. All right. It might make more sense to bring this the other way. In fact, I think it does. Let's pull up some of these belts. Okay, now let's run the belts. We'll start them back here just so we get this stuff that's on the ground. Okay, so we want to come roughly... We're going to come roughly this way. So I think what we need to do is we need to do this. Break this off. We need to do that, and then we need to load balance this in a meaningful way. So let's get one of these. Okay. Let's see here. See if I remember how to do this. I think you do this, and then something like this. Maybe, no. Not quite. Oh, man, I can't remember how to do this. How do I do this thing? Screw it. This will work for the moment. Let's see here. Let's get rid of these. We don't need this at the moment. Let's get an underground belt. Will this make it? Of course that won't make it. Shit. Why would that have made it? We're gonna have to go around, I guess. This way. Oh, we can't do that. We gotta come back to here, roughly. We have to make sure we have enough room. For the blue science production to get in there. So we're going to come down to here, turn this way. Whoops. Got to get rid of these trees. Get out of here, trees. Nobody likes you. Go home, you're drunk. Alright, let's see here. Get out of here, trees. There we go. Alright, so we gotta bring all this iron around. And then up. I think, yeah, we can go across there. Although that probably would have made more sense for us to go up further, but whatever. We've already done it. Too late. I'm not changing it now. Okay, so we gotta change all of this around, honestly. Because this mess isn't working out for us at all. Let's get rid of this stuff off my hotbar. Because that's a nightmare. So I think what we need to do is we need to bring the iron this way, combine it with this line, and then split it, and then take both up this way and run one back. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. Okay, so this is going to be in the way. Let's work our way back, I guess. So what we're going to do is we're going to go... We're going to have one line coming up and turning. And then that line's going to go to there. This is probably going to have to shift down one. Okay, and then the other line is going to come up to here. And we'll need another underground belt. And that will go across. Okay, so we got to shut this all off for a second. Okay, let's pick all these up. That's not a real rock, huh? Okay, and then this is going to go like that. This one's going to go like that. Okay, so now we need to put these back down. Let's, we're going to have to get rid of some power lines here, I think. This is probably going to mess up some things up, but we're going to fix it. Yeah, like messed up the entire other side of the base. Alright, so we want like here. Yeah, that'll work. It kind of puts it all on the same side, but we can fix that. This light is in the way. Let's get the power back. There we go. All the power's back. Okay, so instead of pushing it that way, we're going to push it to the right. It's going to come down here and meet up with this other iron, but not before we fix the load balancing, like so. Okay, then the other iron's going to come up. Well, this will actually come to here. This iron will come to here. Like so. Okay. Then we're going to put one of these guys here. And then that'll combine them back in. Okay. We need an underground belt. Just going to go here. Probably going to need more underground belts than that. Okay. And In fact, we do. Let's get some more. What are we short of for that? Iron. Let's grab some iron. There we go. Give me another underground belt. Okay, so we're gonna connect up to that one, and we're gonna connect up to this one. Both of these are going to come down. I think that's connected wrong. There we go, now it's connected right. Okay, so we need this guy, and then right turn, and right turn, and right turn. Alright, so that should be... Yeah, that's a lot less, like, turns and stuff, even just from this setup, so that should even that out some more, and that's going to be like way more iron than we need right now, which is kind of what we were going for. Yep, okay, so we're good on that front. Oh, our research is done. So we got the sulfur. We can do lasers now. We might as well. Let's see about getting some of this oil production going, I guess. We need to get steel production going. So steel production, we need to smelt iron. So I guess we'll do that over here. Because we are going to need steel. We'll probably bust the steel, I would think. Do we have... No, we don't have... Let's do 4 worth of steel for now. I think we can sneak it in right here. Oh wait, we don't have coal down here though. Because we did not bust the coal. So maybe we should do it on this end. And then we'll ship it back up across the top. Actually, that seems like a pretty solid idea for us here. So we've actually got iron coming here. So we can use this iron. Let's come over here and do that. Oh, did we run out of belts again? Holy cow, we ran out of belts again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. All right, let's just do that. This will leave us room for more of these if we need to later. So we'll go 2, and then 2. Okay, so now we need to get coal over here. I guess we're just going to tap off of this coal. So we need an underground belt. Should connect up there. This is going to be a little bit weird of a setup. Okay, so we need an output belt, which is going to go here, going that way. And then we're going to need to get, let's see here, hang on. Let's grab one of these. So we're going to need coal going this way and this way. So if we put this guy like here, we can do this and this. A little bit weird of a setup, but it works. Okay, so we need some inserters. I think we can just go grab some inserters from over here. Yoink. There we go. Alright, so we need iron. in each one of these. Then we need one to output. And then we need a long-handed to grab the coal. And they will go here. Okay. And then we need power. Excellent. And now we have power. And that should be making steel. Not a ton of steel, but it's making some. Alright, so we need another set of underground belts. This is to go this way. Okay. Actually, you know what? This is probably better off for us if we do this slightly differently. Let's pick some of these up. And then we'll underground belt. Not that button. What? Oh, I need to pick this one up too. Okay, so we'll underground belt here to there. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then we'll need another underground belt from here to there. We'll need to pick this stuff up. Okay, so we need a load balancing thingy. This is going to come up to here and then turn right. Oh, it's load balancing the wrong way though. Hang on. We're going to have to do this in here, I think. Let's pick that one up too. Yeah, we're going to have to do this in here. So this is going to turn that way. This one's going to go straight and then turn. That's a little bit funky, but it works. Excellent. And there's steel. Not a lot of steel. In fact, we could probably go like 4 more, I think. Maybe more. We need some more stone, though. We only have room for about 4 more. We'll probably, do it differently in the future. Let's grab some more stone. Let's put down 4 more. Okay, well, 1 space, 1, 2. 1 space, 1, 2. Okay, this light is going to be in the way. Lasers are done. Now we need laser turret. Oh no, we need battery. Research the battery. Okay, this guy's going to be in the way. Let's bring this down. Let's bring this down. And we'll connect this back up this way. Okay, so here, 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 and here, and then those. We need 1 more belt here. Okay, we have 1 long-handed inserter, so we need 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. So we need 1 here, here, and here. And then we need a power line here. And if we can, here. There we go. Steel. Excellent. Okay, so what do we need to make our pump here? We need some more iron. Actually, let's go up here and look for oil spots. There's one right there. Yield is high because all of our yield is high. I think there's some more in here. Or at least it looks that way on the map. Man, these trees are killing me. Oh, jeez. Terrible. Okay. We've got one right there. I can't actually tell if there's more. I mean, it looks like there's more. Like right about here. Let's just shoot some trees. Maybe we'll see them. Oh, yep, there's one. Oh yeah, there's a couple right here. That's what I like to see. Look at all these oil spots. Kind of running out of ammo. Alright. Okay, oil pumps. We need iron. Plenty of copper. So we need some iron. Are we making electronics? We aren't making any on a belt anywhere. Okay. We can make one. We should definitely be making more than one. We should probably set up a thing to make us... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We should probably set up a thing to make us some pipes at some point. Let's put a extra belt on this guy. Oh, don't pick up the iron. Stop it. There we go. Ah, there we go. Now we need the steel. Let's just pick up all the steel. Okay, we can make 6. Let's just make all 6 for the moment. It's... Wow, that's slow. Holy cow. Alright, we've got one. Alright, so these are kind of weird. We want to try and arrange them in a way that it's going to be not quite a rat's nest of pipes, I guess. I don't really know how we're going to do that. I guess we'll go there. And that way, and then this one will go that way, and this one will go in, and then this one will go up, I guess. Batteries are done. Should be able to do laser turret research now, which means once we can actually make these, it's gonna get interesting as far as power goes. Man, these take forever. Should have figured out a way to pick up some of these base ingredients off the ground. Oh man, okay. Well, we got another one. So there isn't room in between those, is there? Is there going to be room for this one after I put this guy down? Might not be. Not going to be the end of the world. Well, let's put that one down. There's room there. Oh, and there is room here. And well, I guess we'll just have to pump this guy down, maybe. And we do want to get the one that's over that way too, I think. We'll get. I guess we'll get these 3 for now. Well, no, we're making 6. There's another one. So there's room here, barely. Put that guy. Oh, actually, we are getting attacked. Let's run over here and see what's happening. Oh, God. Okay, this was bound to happen eventually. I ran out of ammo. Shit. Ammo! Give me ammo. Okay, so I guess we need to put some ammo over here. Okay, yeah, that happened. Okay, so it looks like they're going after this set first. We have a bunch. I think we can just do this temporarily. That one's not going to be able to get, I don't think. And I don't think we actually needed all of those. Okay, so let's see. If we do that, and then we take these. There, and then this way. And then rotate, and we'll go this way. Okay, now if we take and put a crate down here, then we can put this guy here. Now we got to get power. Into all of these. Okay, there's power. Now we're making ammo down here. Let's just grab all of that ammo. We'll let it make some more, and then we'll just shove all of that ammo in here. And we actually need to hook this up. There we go. Alright, that should load those up. Those should have ammo for the future. These have some ammo down here. I didn't give them a ton. But we're almost to the laser turrets. We're getting very close now, I think. Okay, we have another oil pump. We're going to leave that one go. I want to get this up and running. So we need to rotate this guy this way. There we go. And we need pipes. Pipes are here. There we go. I think we might have had some, and we do have some. Okay, so we need to hook this up this way, and then go like this. Like so. Okay. I guess we're going to go this way and set up over here. So we'll bring this guy down and hook it up there. And then we need to go this way. We need to clear a path. Don't shoot anything you don't want to by accident. Okay. Really? Okay, we need more. We're gonna need, I guess, a chemical plant. We'll have to look into that in a second. We'll have to see what we need to make. Okay, let's just bring it to there. Do we have tanks? I don't think we have tanks. Okay, so what do we need to make sulfur? Water and petroleum gas. Okay, petroleum gas is made in a chemical plant. Okay, let's look at our research here. Let's see if there's any research that we've unlocked for like storage tanks. Solar panels. Advanced steel furnace. Okay. Tool belt. Lab efficiency. Fluid handling. That would be our tanks. Let's research that. We'll put the tanks in after the fact, I guess. We need to make... Let's make some chemical plants. It's going to take a minute. We should probably run some power up here, though. Should have used some underground belts there so we could walk around. That was a dumb spot for that. And we'll put that there. Okay, let's pick a couple of these up. And we need iron. Huh? Let's get some iron, and we'll make some underground pipes. Assuming, yeah, we didn't have any. Okay, so let's just do, one's probably alright for the moment. We've got our chemical plants. I think the chemical plants might need water. There we go. Let's use that. Alright, so the chemical plants are going to go... like here, I guess. Kind of spread out. I think we have to input the oil and we have to input water. Let's actually pick these guys up too. We're gonna redo all of this. Okay, so if we need to input oil and water, we should probably do something along the lines. Let's take this out. How did that one end up without having power? Do we have... Oh, they ended up in here. Okay, let's see. Let's put... There we go. Now you've got power. Alright, so... If we want... Let's, do that, and then... Oh, don't shoot that way. God damn it. Die, trees, die. All right, we will bring roughly up this way. So if we put this here, why didn't you connect? Here. Wow, that can go pretty far. Is that right? And then we'll bring it to like there. And then we'll run this. And we ran out of pipe. Like so. Roughly, I think. All right, and then 2, 3. And then we will connect this here. Like that. Like that. And like that. Okay. We're going to need more pipe. Do I have a pump? I do have a pump. These guys are going to need power. There we go. We've got power. Okay. I have a repair thing. We can fix that guy. Okay, so we've got water right here. We can put our pump wherever that went. There it is. We can just put that guy like here. Then we run into this problem again. Don't shoot the important things. Or just shoot the important things. That's fine too. We can deal with that. Oh man. Okay. Let's do that. We're gonna do this just so we can get around, and then we're running out of materials. I have a ton of ore in my inventory. I don't really know why. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of weirdness here. All right, we need more materials so we can get more pipes and things. Probably should have automated the pipes, but I'm kind of rushing the laser turrets a little bit here. Haven't necessarily automated everything we need to automate. Okay, so we're going to need at least 2 of those. And then a ton of pipe. Something like that. Okay. This guy's fairly useless here now. Alright, we're up here. I'm stuck on trees. Alright, so let's use this guy and bring it up to like here. And then we will connect. That doesn't connect. That should be fine. We've got some lights. Let's put some of those down so we can see what we're doing. Alright, and then we're going to, again, so we can get around, we're just going to do that, and then water to there, I think, and then connect up. Oh wait, do we need, is that what we need? Hey, I'm not sure that's what we need. Hang on. What do we got going on here? Sulfuric acid, solid. Okay, that's not. These aren't what we needed. I did this wrong. Okay. So we need refineries first, I think. So let's pick all this back up. I've never actually gotten to this point in the game before. Okay, so let's pick this back up. Pick this back up. Okay, so we need like a refinery, I guess. Oil refinery. Here it is. So we need 3 of these. We are short a ton of stuff. Copper, iron, and stone brick. Alright, there's our tanks. We're going to need those then. Oil refineries. 1, 2, 3. Oh, man. That was kind of terrible. Okay, we don't need these either right now. I don't think. Okay, so the oil refineries. I'm not sure how these work. Where are they ending up in our inventory? Oh, they haven't. One hasn't even made yet. That's a long build time. I can't believe we only got attacked once. I'm glad we only got attacked once. Okay, so we got one. Oh, geez, that's big. So this is gonna make basic oil processing. Okay, sure. That'll work. God, that's huge. This is gonna take up a lot of space, I think. Okay, there's the second one. Yeah, we're just gonna put them next to each other. I guess. Let's pick these up. Our whole water setup probably doesn't. We're probably gonna have to bring the water in from this side because I think we're gonna have to do some things right in here, and this is probably all gonna have to get redone at some point, not in a rushed fashion. Okay, so this is gonna need. This is gonna have 3 outputs. We should have tanks now because that finished. Okay, so we've got 3 of those. We need to start some other research. Yeah, let's do that. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so these are all going to produce basic oil, whatever, and they have to output. And this is where things get tricky. We need steel and iron for tanks. Because if one of the outputs fills up, it stops working entirely. We might be able to like dump things or something. I don't know. Oh, I didn't get any steel. Whoops. Alright, we can make some tanks. Let's make all 6. Maybe we should make 9. Seven, 8, 9. Okay, so this is going to be kind of the hard part. We need to get all these materials into their respective tanks. So I'm thinking we bring them this way and then line tanks that way. Okay. So, let's see here. All right, this is this is where things get tricky. We'll bring these three straight down, and then we have to connect these other ones up to them. This isn't gonna work. We need one gap in between, I think. Let's try and do that. Rotate this way. Yeah, I think we're gonna need a one gap in between. I also think we're gonna need some more pipe. Okay, so there's our oil. Okay, so Q, we need to select, and we need to select that. Okay, let's take these tanks off of our hotbar. Let's take this stuff off of our hotbar. All this junk off the hotbar. And we want to connect to this guy. Okay, so yeah, I didn't think we could do that. So we need to do this. Or actually, we need to do this and then bring that over to that one. And then one here. Should connect that up. So now actually, if we do this, we might be able to do that. Excellent. Okay, we've got... Okay, so now this one will need to be 2 out. 2 out, and then this one will need to be 3 out. It's gonna be rough if we have to, like, get in here for any reason. Hopefully we won't. And then this will go to here. And this one will go to here. And then this one will go to here. And this one will go to here. So that should do it for that. Okay. We need power lines in here. There. Let's see, what else do we want here? Let's do that. Okay. And then we'll get one there, and we'll get one like here. Okay, that's got those running. Let's take our tanks and let's line them up so we've got some space. We don't really want them to connect, so we have to kind of leave a one gap between them. We could... No, I don't really want to do that. Does this thing only have 2 orientations? Oh, no. It works this way, too. So we're going to do that, and then there, and then there. That leaves us with enough room to walk between. So there, and then there. And then, let's see, like this, and like that, and this, and that. Okay. Excellent. Underground pipes. So we can, again, walk around. Okay, so this one will come. Oh, we are out of those. 1, 2. Okay, so here to like here. And then here to here. And I am actually going to pick these up in the hopes that we can do something like, oh, we need more. Let's make everything we can. Alright, so let's see. That to there, and then this one to there. Okay. We need a couple more regular pipes. There. And there. Excellent. Alright, so now we've got that set up. And now we want to make sulfur, I guess. Sulfur is going to be... What do we need to actually make... Okay, batteries are sulfuric acid. Okay, so sulfuric acid is sulfur and water. Sulfur is water and petroleum gas. So we're gonna start with I guess we're gonna do this down here. We're gonna start with this, like so. Something like there. That'll be making... I'll have to connect this up, so let's see here. Like there. I guess... I don't really know what I'm doing or what the most optimal way to set this up is. So we'll start here. There we go. That'll go there. This one's going to make sulfur. So that'll need water too. And then we will put this guy like here, I guess. And we can just kind of connect that up. And then this is going to make sulfuric acid. So both... Oh, this is going to need iron too, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, what does that need? Just... Okay, so let's rethink this here a little bit. Let's do... Iron's way down there. We can bring iron up this way. I really don't know how much of these we're going to need. Dang. Let's look at the laser turrets. What do the laser turrets actually need? Shouldn't we have laser turrets? Laser turrets. There's laser turrets. Steel, electric circuits, and 3 batteries. And batteries take a long time to make. Okay, let's start with 3 making sulfur, and then we'll pump that over to where we're making... Okay, yeah, I think that works. So there's this pipe. So we're gonna do something like, how are we gonna do this? So we need 3 of these guys. They need both water and... Let's leave some space, I guess. 3. Okay. We're going to need more materials. So there. And then... How did we end up with only 1? I don't even know. How is that possible? I'm thoroughly confused. Let's just get rid of that. What do we need? More iron. Always, always more iron. At least we have a ridiculous supply of iron now. Okay, so let's just make like a bunch of those and then a bunch of those. Okay, so this is going to go here and then connect back up there. Then it's going to go here and connect back up there. We're going to need to go back over and get our water set up from over here that we don't need over here anymore. Oh, I found why we had an odd number. Okay, so this is going to go there. And then we will put our water pump. Put the water pump like here. Doesn't really matter. Okay, and then we're going to attach a couple out. Because we're going to need to take some water down that way. And then roughly something like that. And we're going to, as much as I don't like to, we're going to do this. I mean, it's expensive, but I'd rather be able to walk around in here than not. All right, we need another one, like so, and then this guy and that guy. Okay. Now that's hooked up. These need to be told to make sulfur. Okay. These are wrong. Like so. Thankfully that worked out. Alright, and we need power. Okay, so there's power. Now we need... Okay, so what's the 1 second on the sulfur, 1 second on the sulfuric acid, so we should probably do 3 of the more of those. We're gonna do that setup. Where are we gonna do that setup? I think we're gonna have to do that setup here. Oh, I don't want to move that. So we're gonna do the setup here. And then I'll move the materials that it makes. Sulfuric acid. I guess we'll pump the sulfuric acid over to wherever we're going to make the batteries at. Well, if we're going to do that, we might as well do it up here so we don't have to go quite as far. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, so these need water, and let's put this down, and see where... Oh. Where's the output then? Oh, it outputs on that side? What? What is that? Yeah, it needs sulfur, right? Is sulfur an item? Hang on. I'm confused. Is sulfur an item? Belt? Give me a belt. Are you not getting petroleum gas? What's going on here? No, you should be. It's maybe only one of... Oh, this one's... This one's... What? That's weird. Okay, let's see here. I don't know what's going on there. Is sulfur an item? I think sulfur might be an item. Oh, sulfur's an item. Okay. That changes things up a little bit. I didn't realize sulfur was an item. Okay. Well, that's fine. We can deal with that. Again, we're probably going to rework all of this at some point. Okay, so that's got us sulfur. Oh, I missed a pipe. That's why that's not working. Give me this. There we go. Okay, so we've got that. We've got these three. They need water pumped into them. And they need... sulfuric acid pumped out of them. How are we gonna do that? I guess this way. And they need iron put into them as well. And we want to do that kind of down here. We can bring the iron up on the back side. So I'm thinking here. 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 Okay, so we need to bring the iron up. We need some underground belts. Water's going to go in on that lane. Yes. So this is going to be here. Sulfur will be on the right side. We could bring iron and the sulfur in on the... No, we can't really do that, can we? So iron's gonna be here. This is gonna be weird. I don't really know how to do this. Boy, do I really not know how to do this. Let's hook up the liquids first, I guess, and then we'll go from there. Let's actually see what this says. Okay. Okay, pipes. Iron again. Always the iron. I should have automated these pipes. I'm going to be saying that for a while until we actually automate the pipes. Okay, water pump's way up there. Bring the water down. To there. And then to there. And then we need here. I think we have to figure out how to... Let's take that out. I think we have to figure out how to get the iron onto the same belt, maybe. Or we have to bring the iron up and the sulfur on different sides, which might be the easier way to do this. I'm actually thinking that's probably the easier way to do this. Okay, so there's water. Now we're going to get the iron from this side, I guess. We should probably make this fairly even. Let's grab some more inserters. There we go. Alright, so iron's going to come from this side. And then the salt... Okay, we'll need to repeat this with the sulfur. And we need the sulfur to flow this way. So we can start here. And then go something like this. And then this to this one. Okay, there. And here. And then we'll go that way with the sulfur, or the sulfuric acid. And our belts need to come in this way. Don't get too carried away there, Dan. We need one of these. We should probably switch to the faster belt soon, but I haven't automated those yet. Where did that... There it is. Like so. Like so. I am almost 100% positive we didn't really leave ourselves enough room. What is that? I don't know what that was. Was that a pipe? That was a pipe. There we go. All right. We can actually just underground belt that, I believe. All right, and then these will go here, here, and here. Okay. Now we need to get the iron into position. This is where things get a little bit tricky. Okay, so if we need the iron to come here, means we need the splitter to be here. And that means if the splitter's here, something like this, maybe, with the underground belts. Is that going to be enough room? Splitters here. No, that's not going to be enough room. That might be enough room. In fact, I think we can probably put the splitter back here, maybe. Splitter there. And then here, and rotate like so. And like that. Yeah, that's plenty of room. Okay. This will come up to here. We need a couple more underground belts. One more, actually. And we will do this to there. Excellent. Alright, now we need power in this mess of things. And this should make sulfuric acid. Alright. I'll pick up this light and just put it back down like here. So for the moment, I'm just going to put the sulfuric acid in like a tank, like right here, until we're ready to set up the rest of that automation, which we are not yet. There we go. That should start filling up. How are these tanks doing? Fairly equalized. We'll have to figure out what we're going to do with this stuff then. That's going to fill up eventually. I did leave some room here that we can add some more tanks if necessary, and some of these we could actually add back this way too. This whole setup's probably going to move at some point, and we'll probably end up like all tanks up there. Alright, so batteries. So, actually, let's look at laser turrets first. We need batteries. And, what else do we need? Oh, electronic circuits and steel. We have steel. We will have to make electronic circuits. And the battery, or, man, yeah. And the batteries. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back, Cold-Blooded. Although I'm actually probably just about done for the night. It's getting kind of late, kind of a short stream tonight. Just felt like streaming, and I don't know. Played around with some Factorio. Alright, so batteries. Let's start with the batteries. How long do the batteries take to make? Batteries take 5 seconds to make. The laser turrets take 5 seconds to make. So one thing will provide for 1 laser turret. Let's do 2, then we can have 2 sets of laser turrets. I'm not sure we're making enough steel for all of this, but we might be. So we'll start with the batteries and then go from there. So the batteries we're going to need, what are they made in? They're made in a chemical plant. So we want 2 of these. This is where things get difficult. I don't really see the need to split the iron off there again. Maybe we'll just put a splitter in and run iron down this side. Okay, so the batteries don't actually need iron, I don't think, but the stuff further... Oh, no, they actually do need iron. Okay, so we will need copper then, too. Let's let's set up some of this stuff a while, and then I'll probably call it a night there. All right, so let's put a splitter here. Okay, this will go here, and I'm gonna do this and that. It's a little, it'll be fine. Okay, so now this thing is huge. We're gonna need to bring in the sulfuric acid. So one there, and maybe like we'll leave a gap because I know we're gonna need gaps, and one there, and then we can bring the copper down the other side, and we will have to output. We'll output onto a further belt, I guess, because we definitely want the. Why am I crafting these by hand? We have a chest full of them somewhere over this way. Oh, no, there they are. Oop, there we go. Caught on stuff. Right, so there, and then copper's going to come down this way. Iron's going to, that's in the way. Yeah, we'll deal with that later. I'll deal with it now. There. There we go, not in the way anymore. Alright, so we need to bring the copper out. Well, there actually is enough room there for that. That's surprising. Okay. So, let's see. This is going to go here. And then this will go like this. Okay. That's pretty good. Now we need to get our sulfuric acid tank, which is kind of in the way, but at the same time, it'll be fine. I can bypass the steel. We'll need the steel then, too. Actually, I should probably bust that the rest of the way here a while. It's in the way and not necessary. Here to there. And then there. Bring this down a while. And I think we're going to have to use an underground belt. I don't know. We're going to need steel down this way too. All right, let's do this here. Need iron for all these pipes. Okay, this is kind of a bit of a pain. Kind of in the way. Let's use some underground belts. Let's pick this one up and connect this guy out as far. We can't go that far, can we? Let's pick up the... Oh, I hate to pick up the tank. Screw it. We're going to pick up the tank. Alright, since we picked up the tank, we can put these back. Okay. We will put the tank, let's put the tank back down. We can put the tank back down like here. Yeah, we can totally put the tank there. And we can do something like this. And like that. Excellent. Alright, so let's bring this. We'll use these guys this way. And then we'll use this. And just go this way. There we go. Into the tank. And then we will come back out of the tank. Just kind of using the tank as a buffer storage thing. Okay, and then we're going to go here. And we need more of these. A lot more of those. There and there. And there and... Actually, that's it. So we need... one and one. Okay, these guys are going to be making batteries. Okay. And the batteries need iron and copper. So let's get 4 of those. Iron. It doesn't really matter. Iron. Copper. Copper. And then we want 2 long-handed inserters for the batteries, which are going to come out here. And these are going to go here and here. Okay. And then we need to get power to all the rest of this stuff. Excellent. And that's the start of batteries. Okay. Well, I think that's actually probably about going to do it for tonight. It's getting kind of late. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for some more Factorio or whatever else we decide to play. Thanks for watching. Bye.